there's the issue of physical access, which is one that California's been working on since the 70s. And then there's a secondary issue of functional coastal access, which is even if you have a physical pathway between buildings to get to the beach, a kid might not have people in their life that can take them into that experience safely.
It's not unusual to come across kids who live within 10 miles or 20 miles of the beach who've never been to the beach.
I think they know there's an ocean out there, but they don't think it's for them. A lot of people in the county live maybe 15 miles away, or even people in the city live 5 miles away, and there's no public transportation at this time. They have to figure out how to get there on their own or with family on a bike.
You have to have the interest, and in order to have the interest, that means somebody has to have had to expose you to it.
A lot of our families have 2 adults working 6 days a week, and Sunday's the only day for taking care of everything else, so they're not always able to go out and relax.
And those are usually inner city kids, usually kids of color. What are those processes? What is the history that created the context for those kids to not have easy access to the coast? And that's what makes this an environmental justice issue.
There are a lot of historical reasons behind why certain demographics and people don't have good access to the coast. And a lot of the kids that we work with are feeling the effects of that. So they might not even feel comfortable out on the beach because they might not see people that look like them here. And so that's a really important part of our model, where over half of our paid staff are graduates of our program, have come through the same experiences that our kids have.
In 7th grade, I had never, ever touched ocean, lakes, water, ever in my life. Snorkeling was very scary. I threw up in my snorkel the first time, and then I just went along with it.
They're taking risks, they're stepping out of their comfort zone, but a lot of times they're leaning into it because they have supportive peers and mentors around them that are telling them they can do it.
It was really fun for me. It was another activity that I had never done before. So I just wanted to keep trying and keep coming back. And after that, I kept my grades up, I behaved, and I just attended as many trips as I could.
For a lot of the kids that we work with, they're struggling every day with different challenges, adversity in their lives. We work with a lot of kids affected by homelessness, foster youth, kids dealing with family disruption, or even mental health and medical health issues. And so a lot of times they're getting messages every day about what they can't do or can't be. And we know that through programs like this on the beach, we're really showing them a new possibility, a new world where they can invent a strength-based sense of self based on what they can do.
With the programs that I've been involved in terms of engaging particularly young people of color and going to the beach, this is going to open up new experiences for them to think about what their life possibilities are, not just in terms of their personal pursuits of pleasure and careers, but also in terms of being good citizens, and what does that mean? As a good citizen, what are the things that I need to think about?
On the surface, coastal and beach access looks like a nice to have. For those of us privileged enough to have everything else taken care of, a day at the beach is great. It's the cherry on top. But what we don't realize is for a lot of the community members here, this idea of ongoing, meaningful coastal access can actually help them navigate life's challenges.
They helped me out of a bad path. And I see sometimes so many kids going down that path, and I'm just like, I've been there, and I don't want you to go down that way. It sucks. So this is why I keep doing this. It's like my way of giving back to my community, or just all communities in general. It's like, I want to help. I want them to feel that success that I felt, and I want them to feel that, like, that relief of like, I can do better and I can get to other places, not just here.
So I think there needs to be a lot more support for these access programs, because that's oftentimes the bridge by which we can connect the physical spaces to the communities that could most use that access.